Hey guys, Tex here. Just gonna have some Toy Maker footage in the background, and yeah, you see the title. This is my thoughts on Toy Maker because I do own her, and I've gotten a lot of people asking me what I think of her. So I'm just gonna have some footage of me playing in the background while I talk about her. So I personally at this point, anything to say anything definitive would be too early. Toymaker has been out for literally less than a day, so it's gonna take some time for people to make the kind of strategies and see if she's even tournament viable at this point. Um, I think there are three possible ways you can play her that could be meta. Any three of them could be. All three of them could be. I really don't know yet. But anyways, with Toymaker, I think she could either make a really good support, a really good kiter, or a really good rescuer. Support, kiting, rescue. I think she could do any three of those just fine. But basically, you with the rescue, you have characters that she can rescue very easily off of, such as Bon Bon or Anne, especially Anne, whose whole thing is being able to prevent rescues very easily because she can just fly over the cats, and if she gets catted right at the end, it's gonna be really hard for Anne to really stop that rescue. So, anyways, she can also rescue off of characters like Wu Chang or anyone who uses very ground based abilities. Maybe Sculptor. I haven't really tested that much out yet. Um, but yeah. Uh, and then you have things like her support. So with Annie's support, what you have is you of course have the whole toy box thing, which could be viable maybe. But I'm not 100% sure it is. It's going to definitely be Annie's definitely going to be one of those characters that is going to do significantly better in a team coordinated with voice chat. But she could maybe be useful again in high tiers with people who know what the meta is and know what to expect from her. But with support, you can, for example, let's say a forward is kiting, I don't know, Bloody Queen or whatever. Just kiting a hunter. Forward's kiting a hunter. They get 100 seconds. Annie is able to finish her cipher. She's able to get maybe an extra football or an elo pad. And what she's gonna be able to do is basically extend that survivor's kite by giving them more items because she opens chests very quickly. She opens them 100% faster than the normal rate. Sorry, and in a comms where you're going to be expected to kite for a little bit longer, if you can extend a kite like that, that could be huge. Or let's say they're kiting and transitioning towards a very open area. You can set down a catapult in an area so that whenever whoever's kiting the hunter goes into that area, they can easily transition without having to worry about being hit or anything like that. Let's say in Arms Factory, you really need to get past. You won't really need to transition away from an area, but it requires you to go through no man's land. The toy merchant can set down a catapult where the survivor is going, and the survivor can take that catapult and transition without having to worry at all. And then you have rescue. I think rescue should be the most obvious. You just set down that catapult closest to the chair without the hunter seeing you, and then you just fly over towards the chair. And that's kind of like rescuing off of with Gravekeeper, except the shovel can't body block or anything like that. Where basically you glide over and you're gonna be able to get to that chair no matter what. Some hunters still can't stuff you, obviously, and she has some very hard counters, but that is a way that she could potentially be played. I'm not entirely sure myself exactly how it's going to all work, um, but we're just gonna have to see how the meta really evolves. And any three of those could work. It could be map dependent, could be character dependent. Uh, the thing is that she's going to really work in like in coordination. I think she's going to be one of those survivors who would be better in a tournament situation rather than a ring situation where like you don't know exactly, you can't really communicate to anyone else what like that, oh hey, let me I'm kiting here, can you give me support or whatever. But I think that's generally what is how she's going to be played. And yeah, let me think if there's anything else I wanted to bring up. I think it's going to be map dependent. I think it's going to be team comp dependent. Because, like for example, if you have, let's say, a wilding, a priestess, and an embalmer, the whole merchants being able to pass off items and whatever is going to be completely useless. But with that kind of team comp, her catapults can be super vital on the right map in the right area to help with to help with kiting. Especially since if the hunter doesn't want to deal with that, he's going to have to take time to also to break them, which is going to put even more distance. But yeah, I think that was really everything I wanted to say. She's definitely gonna be able to bring Tide or Broken Windows. I can see her working with both very well. It's gonna all really depend on the team comp and what your kind of play style is. And yeah, I don't think there was anything else I want to say. I definitely think she will be at her, if you can. Annie's best used with survivors who can swap items such as doctor, forward, mercenary, perfumer, any of those kinds of characters. She's going to work better because she can support with those items. And yeah, those are my general first impressions. I'm going to send this to anyone who asks again. Uh, and yeah, I hope that was at least a little enlightening to anyone. And yeah, I'll talk to you all later. I was original. You can close off the video now if you aren't curious about future plans for this channel. But I had like a whole backlog of video replays ready, where like I was gonna just go through in like a couple hours and just have like 2 weeks worth where like I just upload daily. Unfortunately, I had a problem with my computer and all of those are deleted. So yeah, I'm hoping to eventually get a more consistent upload of just creating a huge backlog of good replays to save. But unfortunately, I'm not going to be really ranking Hunter this week because it's the first week of a new season. I generally don't want to deal with that shit. But if I can, but I might play a couple games. I'm thinking about practicing a few hunters on my alt. I might upload some videos about that. But yeah, I hope you all enjoyed it, and I hope, well, it's not really have fun, but I hope if any of you were curious about my thoughts on Toy Merchant, there you go. I'll talk to y'all later. Have a nice day, y'all. Goodbye.